Greetings and welcome to NasCanucks, your auto racing podcast, live right here on YouTube, presented by Vibraprint with a Canadian spin, if you will. Sure. I'm Ben, this is Doug, and we're turning left and right this weekend on, Midwest? I don't know why it's Midwest, but Midwest and West Coast. So,
yeah. The Canadian spin, the word of the weekend. I don't think I've seen that much carnage on a road course like that there in a while, especially at Sonoma.
I don't know. Well, we'll get to the first race of the weekend, we had the ARCA East Series running at Mid-Ohio. A grand total of 17 cars taking the green flag, a quarter of which retired by lap 10. Yeah. So
I got to give the ending interview of that.
So Ty Gibbs basically he had a good run. Who was Brandon Jones was doing a bit of stuff there, or no, was it Brandon Jones? Yeah, Brandon Jones. And Sanchez, another good run by Sanchez. Hey Terry, hey Jeremy. So yeah, it was pretty straightforward, and Venerini had a bunch of cars there. It was good. I was trying to think, Venerini, they brought somebody out there, and he was just having a maybe was it Brendan Poole was running for, or Brendan Jones, sorry, was running one of their cars. That's what it was. It's the Menards car, right? So then, Ty Gibbs, he's getting better at the burnouts all the time, and he's just like, he's already becoming like the next Kyle Busch in a sense. He's like, well, I'm in tomorrow's race too. Let's see if I can win that one too. But it's like that innocence, because he's like, I don't know. I'm new. Yeah. Who knows what could happen?
Sidebar. Before the race, I know we talked about it last week. Last week, I want to say, was it Thursday that I messaged you about this?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. So we'll see.
A caller into Dave Moody.
Okay.
After seeing Kyle Larson win the 600.
Okay.
And then saying, you know what? I think Hendrick Motorsports is going to go after all the good young drivers, and I could see him signing Ty Gibbs.
Yep.
No.
See,
Ty's grandfather, he owns a team.
Yep. He owns several teams at several divisions. Yes. And the one major division where he doesn't field teams, he knows a guy who kind of fields the chassis for the series. Saying, all-time winningest driver in the series, I believe, at this point.
Yep. Ty Gibbs will not be driving a Hendrick Motorsports car.
No. I'm trying to think, like, what would it take to lure Ty Gibbs away from Gibbs Racing, right? Because it's not even like your, I don't know, Jimmy Means the third coming up through the rank, where you're only going to have so much infrastructure, with Jimmy Means Racing. But it's Gibbs. So, like Hendrick would be, and Penske would be the only two other guys that could call. And they're like, well, we got all this. And he's like, I already got it.
Yeah.
Well, we got this. You got that too. Like, well, we're like family here. Well, we are family here.
Yes.
So that brought it into the Xfinity race. Well, actually, yes. Because the other ARCA race was on Saturday as well, I believe. Wasn't it? The ARCA West race, which wasn't televised. Because
I'm not sure.
They have all these phantom other ARCA races, and then you see the schedule, and you're like, I don't see Sonoma on the schedule. And they're like, well, that's ARCA West. Yeah, but this is ARCA East. What's the difference? Well, we're the ARCA series.
Just to make a comment on Jeremy Smith there, I think that Harrison Burton will be Martin's replacement. Ty will be replacing Denny in the 11. My guess.
Or Kyle Busch.
Yes.
Because they'd probably be retiring about the same time.
Yeah.
Although, well, it depends on how long Denny hangs there if he wants to jump over to his own deal.
Yeah.
Which I don't see why would.
I'm just thinking how much the 11 means to the family. Right? So that's where I'm going with that.
Well, I would say the 18 means more to them.
Well, 18 was the first number, but just the whole JD thing.
Yeah, that's true.
With the 11. So
that's true. So going into Saturday, because it wasn't televised, the ARCA West race, Chase Briscoe won. There you go.
Okay.
So we knew about that. So which gets us into the Xfinity race at Mid-Ohio. Live pit stops, which is a joke. We did it every other year. Fine. We could run separate events and have pit crew,
Yeah.
Just another way that NASCAR is causing jobs rather than for budgetary reasons. Like, just make it more amateur by the week. So we had, that's fun stuff. So they dropped the green flag, and you know what? All I needed to see, Doug, all I need to see is turn 1, lap 1, and I was fine the rest of the race.
Done. That's all I need to see.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
And then the doofus, because that's the nicest thing I can call him, keeps going and just putting oil all over the track.
Oh yeah.
Which then lets Cody Ware show his driving ability and just I'm gonna slide right through that.
Yep. Yeah, and then the interview, he does his best Will Power impersonation because Will Power does those same interviews. Oh, I don't like he's completely lost. Like you've just dropped him on another planet. Yeah. I don't know. And they're looking around. Yeah, I don't know what's going on out there. They're like, do you want to see the replay? No, because then I have to justify my ass to Yeah. So it's not axed permanently, Germany, just for this year.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually had one just after they announced that they're making a change, they had Fellows on with Dave Moody. And he was kind of saying, they're tied in with NASCAR. NASCAR wants to be theirs.
Yeah, because they want to be in the Canadian market, and as of right now, that's their only way. So so early on, kind of the usual suspects up front in the Xfinity race, like Daniel Hemrick was, because he's a great road racer. He's just been on fire too in that 18. Mm-hmm. Not the best of luck, but running well. Cindric was up there doing his thing. Allmendinger, great.
Ty Gibbs running up front again as well too.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs. And so I got halfway through the race, which was just a lot of, because of the short stages and fuel strategies, it was kind of reminded me Indy 500. There was always something going on. So you basically had to wait until it all panned out. You're like, all right, y'all done pitting? Yep. Okay, now the standings make sense. Okay, And I got about halfway through before my recording just went, oh, you don't need any more. Nope, sorry.
So then, I don't think that will happen, Jeremy. I don't think the Cup will come north.
Not until we have a facility that's able to handle a Cup event. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park currently has permanent seating for approximately 5,000 people.
We can talk about that track that's supposed to be built in Fort Erie a little later.
Hey, Jeff Gordon, how's that track in Fort Erie coming along? Well, I don't know. Shut up, Jeff.
I think 25 years in the making, I think, for that one.
Yeah.
So then did you see the AJ Allmendinger miscue on that one pit stop?
No.
Okay, so because they had to hold till everybody was ready and then go, he didn't. He went early.
Okay.
Went back out early and then had to go to the tail end of the lead lap.
Of course, because NASCAR's amateur hour now. I was gonna say colleague racing overall, they had great cars from what I could see in the race. So who ended up winning the race?
So AJ Allmendinger ended up winning the race.
Well, sweet. So he made a show of it.
Yes, and
perfect.
I had heard Ty Gibbs talking about how he was frustrated with AJ near the end because AJ made it 3 wide with Ty in the middle, and he kind of pushed Ty off. But I didn't see anything wrong with what AJ did. There was a hole. He found the hole low, and just
Ty Gibbs. I know you're young. Here's a word of advice. When it comes to stock car racing on tracks not built for stock cars, they'll race anywhere they can and make it 3 wide whenever possible because it's just a giant short track to them.
Yep.
So expect the unexpected. Yep. But a quick tangent before we get into the Cup race. So, we've talked about it off air. What would you think of, like 3 possible candidates to hold at least a Xfinity race in Canada, if not a Cup race. There is one place where they could hold a Cup race already.
Oh, Montreal.
Yeah.
Montreal.
I think it would be a good race, especially with the next gen car being a superior road racing car too.
Well, and if they talk about road racing and they want to do that street course,
Honda Indy.
Exactly.
Yeah, they could run. There's that. Yeah, basically you've got that, but I can't see Cup and Indy pairing together on a weekend.
No.
But it would be cool.
Yeah, I can't think of any other place.
Yeah, because unfortunately, most sport, it just doesn't quite have the infrastructure in place yet. Montreal does because they already had to do it for the Xfinity Series.
Yep.
There is one, Doug, and you would love it. Oswego.
Oh, for the dirt cars, if you run in dirt. Yeah.
NASCAR is okay with dirt. Oswego is capable because it is an upper tier dirt track. They put in enough.
Yeah, sure.
And they'd be like, what do you need? More stands? We'll do it. Well, don't you need permits? It takes years. Like, look at Fort Erie. They're like, we ain't Fort Erie, Bubbaloo. We're on the res. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Because Glenn owns the store, the gas station, the track, everything.
He owns it all.
Yeah.
Yes, Oswego's in Canada.
Yeah.
It's down towards Niagara Falls, Doug. You've been down there.
No, Brantford area.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because I know I used to camp in Long Point, and it would take me about an hour to drive back towards Brantford to get there when they'd have the World of Outlaws there.
I'm just thinking for drawing in, you'd almost be able to draw in all the way to Cleveland with that location, where
Oswego does on a regular basis for racing. They bring it in from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, NASCAR. There's an idea. So that brings us into the Cup race, because then it gives us time to do the fucking shit show next weekend. So the Cup race at Sonoma,
Well, now
I keep forgetting that they reconfigured the track and they include the carousel now, because I keep. So remember, who was it? It was either Sadler or David Gilliland had the brakes locked up.
Ben doesn't like Glenn, but it is an awesome facility. I will give it.
Didn't like Glenn.
Just don't bring a brand new, good-looking vehicle with chrome. Not a good idea.
No.
Because it may not be there when you go to leave.
Yeah.
Just saying. Not experience. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Sonoma. Yeah, I'm still used to the old configuration without the carousel, because it was either Gilliland or Elliott Sadler did the brake check coming, or brake locked up wheel hop. That's it. Going across that 7AB thing. And remember, because there was basically an island for the cutoff that they come out at now. Mm-hmm. And he hit that and I remember, I was like, wow, you can roll a Cup car on a road course? Damn.
So,
hey, there's Keith.
Before we really get into this here, going into it, there was the three people that people were saying were going to win. Right?
Truex going for 3 in a row, Chase Elliott.
Right? So then, they bring in all these road course ringers. Right?
Was there many? I didn't really realize there was many.
But they kind of do. They kind of bring, they try to start to bring them in, right? And they talk about this here. But you got 3 guys who road courses are not in their background.
Right.
Truex is a modified guy, open wheel modified. Elliott is a late model guy. And Larson is a sprint car.
I would say Truex is more of a late model and stock car guy too. I wouldn't put him in the modified category.
Well, that's just what they were talking about when I listened to it on the radio. But just 3 guys that
because I think Bush North when I think Truex.
There's no road courses in those where they came from.
Lime Rock for Truex would be
guess,
probably the closest. Or,
Watkins Glen is a home track.
Yeah, or New Jersey Motorsports Park. Because that would have still been open. I don't even know if it's still open, but it would have been open when Truex was coming up through the ranks, where he would have done an event there for some reason. Because I think Arthur used to run there.
Yeah, but he's even said that he hasn't done much road course.
No. Like the most road course racing they've done is speeding home late for curfew as teenagers. Yeah, that's about it. Hitting the back roads. Kyle Larson, like none. Like he has barely any asphalt experience, let alone road racing experience. Yeah. And then you got Chase Elliott, who I'm trying to think if he did karting at all.
I'm not sure.
I think he did the karting thing, but even then it was oval track karting.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But these guys, simulators alone, and they gave him props during the race. Tyler Reddick, he had never seen the track. He took the pace car out that morning. He goes, I just need to see the damn track.
Yeah. Yeah.
So nothing wrong with that. And so, good one. You were pulling for track. I had picked Kurt Busch, who, again, looking at the strategy, I was like, he's 18th. He's 6th. He's, he's still bringing a Ross Chastain gets the asshole move of the race because he was the one guy that, they're like, oh, he saw no. They were defending Chastain because Ganassi is so desperate for a decent finish. And it's just like, no, he dive bombed into the hairpin.
Okay, so that's on the LaJoy incident there?
Yeah.
Because LaJoy, I was listening to the radio later on. They did the radio of it. And LaJoy didn't see him. So LaJoy cut him off. He didn't see him back there.
Well, and see, I could see LaJoy saying that. But he shouldn't have been there. He came from way back and just stuffed it in there. It wasn't going to work, is what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
It wasn't going to work.
No.
And then, of course, karma didn't get him because all of a sudden he just scoots off. And like Clint said, I think he gained 2 spots pulling that move.
I think so, too, yeah. That move.
Because he took out half the damn field.
Yeah.
And he's being, I was like, what are you, Joey Logano? Getting away with that? Ricky Stenhouse was missing the sprint car racing, so he decided to do some off-track excursions, and that didn't work out too well.
No.
And Hamlin, Clint, he must have heard Clint. I think he was listening to the Fox broadcast rather than a spotter, because Clint's like, this is like a short track out here, boys. Well, Denny had the front end hanging off the car. He's not even letting off. He was still doing competitive lap times with the car all falling apart, and it looked like a short track by the end. Harvick's car was, I think, 1.5 inches shorter. So,
and I don't know if you've seen, they gave it away after the race. The parts that they cut off, one of the crew members was actually in the stands handing pieces of the car to kids in the crowd.
Nice. I like that. I dig that. So who had Kyle Larson for dominating the day? Which
I had actually in my pool that I had Kyle Larson finishing 2nd.
Well, it's interesting because, like you said, Martin, no real road course, but all of a sudden became dominant at Sonoma for a period of time. Before that, Clint Boyer. Clint to this day has no idea how he won a race at Sonoma and was competitive year after year.
One other thing I want to talk about that happened end of the race, coming to the checkered flag, I believe. Michael McDowell gets spun by Suarez.
Oh, I missed that.
Yes, it was on that last turn 11, the hairpin.
Okay.
Right? Where everything always happens there. So he's all pissed off on the radio, saying, oh, Suarez dumped me. Well, if you go back a few, I don't know if it was maybe 1 lap or half a lap before that, he actually came up and door slammed Suarez, knocked him off the track to the right.
And that's why he got dumped in the hairpin.
And then you see McDowell try to come back into the lane, and he tries to door slam Bowman on the other side. And Bowman, the car didn't move. And McDowell's back off to the side. So yeah, McDowell, that's why you got dumped, because you door slammed the guy earlier.
Yeah. And I thought it was funny too,
because Suarez is the guy you do not want to dump. or door slam or try and take out because he's going to get you back.
I didn't think, it was funny. Team Hendrick in the booth there, without knowing it, they just popped the whole pin and the whole Chase Elliott, the amazing road racer fucking theory. Because as soon as they showed that animation of him and Larson, and then it was the braking going into 7, Elliott brakes and Larson's like 3 lengths back and just goes, shoom. And Clint's like, well, see, that's what happens when you got someone in the same equipment that actually knows how to use the brakes.
Well, yeah, and I didn't get a chance to send it to you because I knew you hadn't watched it yet. But there was a meme that was going around Facebook on Monday that it was Gustafson talking to Chase, saying, "What do you need? What do you think the car needs?" And Chase's reply, an effing 5 on the side, apparently. Right? So, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds like something Clint would have said on the radio.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Right? Yeah. And if that actually happened,
I have a feeling it didn't. But
yeah, because that seems too cool for Chase Elliott. But
yeah,
if Chase did say that, kudos, Chase.
Yeah, he didn't see that.
So, so now, looking ahead, we've got the All-Star race, which is...
Before we get into that, there is some news. And funny enough, you're wearing a Wood Brothers t-shirt.
Yes.
Wood Brothers news come out today.
Yes.
Greg Irwin, thanks for your services. You are no longer needed as crew chief of the 21. Jonathan Hassler comes over from Penske. He's an engineer at Penske. Now will crew chief the rest of the season for Wood Brothers.
Everybody come from Penske on that operation.
Well, Hassler actually, when Irwin had to take off for COVID protocol,
right?
Hassler did fill in.
Gotcha.
For that week.
So looking ahead, the All-Star race is a couple weeks too late and at the wrong track, but it's close enough because it's at a quad oval. Texas Motor Speedway with their 53 stage open and main All-Star.
Well, like we kind of set off here, I think this was Eddie Gossage saying, you know what, I'm retiring, screw you, I'm done after this race.
And he did, and you could tell he didn't want to do the All-Star race.
Yeah, no. So, shall we get into this now?
Well, might as well. We got about 7-8 minutes here.
Okay, so now just to clarify, I did not take grade 12 trigonometry in school.
Okay.
I may not know what I'm talking about.
Well, that hasn't stopped you before.
Okay, so the starting lineup will be set by random draw.
Sure.
Hint, Kyle Larson is on the pole. That's how
random. And eligibility has not changed, folks. If you've won a race this year, won a race last year,
yes,
have won an All-Star race previously and compete full-time, previous series champion and still compete full-time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Round one.
Oh, and then they'll have the open, right?
Yes. So only green flag laps count.
Oh, great.
Okay.
It's going to be an 8-hour fucking race.
Round
fucking
one.
Sprint cars all over again.
Round one will consist of 15 laps.
Sure.
After this round, the field will be inverted, starting anywhere from 8th through 12th positions to be selected by random draw.
So we're going to do a fuel run that means nothing. Because I'm counting there's going to be at least 3 or 4 caution laps in there. And
yes.
So we're going to do a run. Means nothing. Sure.
Round two.
Right.
Will consist of 15 laps.
Sure.
With the entire field inverted after this segment.
Might as well. So again, 2 rounds mean absolutely nothing. Sure.
Round 3 will be 15 laps.
Of course.
Again, the field will be inverted, starting anywhere from 8th through 12th positions to be selected by random draw after this round.
Fine.
Round 4.
All I'm hearing at this point is I'm riding in the back, Doug. We might as well do this at Talladega because I'm riding in the back.
Round 4. We're just going to do 15 laps.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing else.
Nothing else. So just another little heat cycle in the tires. Sure.
Round 5.
5. Yeah, 5.
30 laps.
Sure. Wow, we might actually burn a tank of fuel.
Hold on, though. The lineup for this round will be determined by cumulative finish from the first 4 rounds, with the best cumulative finisher.
Okay, so we're going to go to the Canada Day Classic all of a sudden.
Any ties in the aggregate score will be broken by, in order, most career All-Star wins, most career Cup Series points, race wins, or 2021 Cup Series driver standings. All cars must enter pit road for a mandatory 4-tire stop during this round. The crew with the fastest stop will pocket $100,000.
Yay. So what's the next round? They line them up, fucking odd numbered cars on the inside, even numbered cars on the outside? Because I've seen that happen before.
Almost. Round 6. 10 laps.
Sure.
Cars will line up according to their finishing position from the previous round.
Well, I thought they were going to line them up by height.
For the final segment.
Sure.
And there you have it, the 6 rounds of the All-Star race.
A whole night of fucking wasted time.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned.
No, not a night of wasted time, because this will be Sunday afternoon.
Day race, right? Oh, you know why?
Because the trucks and Xfinity will race on Saturday.
And the SRX series starts this Saturday too.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. I can't remember where.
Some small track somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Bunch of legends and Haley Deegan, apparently. Sure. I thought the bar for legend was low with Willie T. Ribbs. He's a name, not quite a legend. Won a Trans Am championship 30 years ago. Marco Andretti. Really? What's Marco Andretti really done other than... Hasn't he basically had Danica Patrick's career with a couple more wins?
Kind of.
Oh, and didn't go to NASCAR and sleep with Ricky Stenhouse?
That probably would have been awkward.
Allegedly. We don't know. We don't judge. What happens in the coach lot happens in the coach lot. Gets cold at night.
Sure.
So, yeah. So, I don't know. Do you pick a winner for the All-Star race? Because, no. Line them up by height or hair length or, I don't know, age. Oldest first. Put the young guns at the back. I don't know. And the Open, they didn't even mention the Open. I guess it'll probably be 20 laps of hooliganism.
Probably, yeah.
Great. I don't know who'd get in on the fan vote.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And I heard some people calling in complaining that they didn't know.
I'll call it now. It'll be Bubba.
I heard that he is in the top 10 because they always wrote that here's in no particular order the top 10. And people were like, well, we need to know who's in the lead or who to vote for or whatever. But
yeah,
that's why they don't put it out.
Well, it was easy in the past, Junior. Will Junior win a race? No. Well, then we'll vote for Junior. If Junior wins the race, then whoever Junior says. And Junior will be like, I kind of like that young Brad Keselowski kid. And then next thing, Brad's in the All-Star race because Junior opened his mouth.
Well, he did that for Truex as well, too.
Yep. And this will be the last race by Fox for the year. I'll miss Clint.
Yeah.
But we get Junior. Same thing.
Yeah, but he's still the Hendrick.
Yeah. Clint has no ties. You can tell. He burned all his bridges.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't think there's really anything else.
No, that's about it. So yeah, no other real news. The 44 there had some problems in the Xfinity race. One of the smaller teams. He did an off-road excursion, kind of wrapped the front end or blew a motor or something. But I noticed he got karma. He got some new sponsors this week.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Probably not a big sponsor, a lot of money, but we'll get them some parts, maybe a tire or two. Who knows? So, other than that, yeah, IndyCar was off this weekend. Is everybody running at Texas? The Xfinity and trucks running at Texas too?
Yeah, they're running Saturday.
Gotcha. Right.
Trucks in the day, Xfinity at night.
Sure. And then hopefully maybe there's an SRX series race on TV. I don't know if they're going to be live or live on tape delay. Who knows? I'll have to look into that. Well, there we are. That's it, and that's that. We're NasCanucks, presented by Vibraprint. He's Doug. I'm Ben. Keep it in fourth gear and to the mat. That's what I say. Till you get to that hairpin, then you might want to let off. But just ease off. Don't need to hit the brakes. No, you don't need brakes. Cheers, folks.
Oh, wait. We got one last question. Last question. I was gonna ask it as well too. For you to talk about it, that thing over that shoulder. Yeah.
That's not a jumpsuit. That's a fire suit. That's my old driver suit. That eventually I was going to hang up on the wall, but I don't have a hook, so I did I jiggered something up. So yeah, it's got the Grand Prix Labatt at Trois Rivières. Shows you how old this fire is. Definitely not legal, Doug. Definitely not legal. We've got the Sego Speed Nomex 3. That's what it is. Of course, we got the Canadian flag on the arm. It's got the fake belt. Never did get my name on it, but yeah, maybe we'll see one time if it fits. It's a little short. I remember that. It's a little short. Every time I wore it to a driver's meeting, I'd have it unzipped so the sleeves would actually make it all the way down. So not legal. Oh, well. Safety. Anyway, hey, it was pre-2000. We didn't really... Well, we knew about safety. I had a good helmet. I don't know where that is. Show that off or something. I don't know. There we are. So he's Doug. I'm Ben. This has been NasCanucks, presented by Vibraprint.
See you, Marcus.